Hello, we're back with Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Wrecking Ball. Let's see where we were. Some wasps had made a nest underneath the cover, and now they were all stirred up. If I made a sudden move, I was going to get stung. I didn't know what to do, but Roderick made the decision for me. Uh-oh. The wasps went berserk. What's berserk mean? They went crazy. They were all over the place. And I dropped the hot tub cover, then ran for it. Somehow me and Roderick both managed to get inside without getting stung. We were really lucky because I've read that wasps can sting you multiple times, unlike a regular honeybee, which can only sting you once. I wonder what it's like knowing that if you sting someone, you die. If I was a honeybee, I'd be tempted to use my stinger every day, especially if I was surrounded by bees my age. I know it. And then here they are. He's surrounded by bees his age. He says, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? So he's getting twitchy. But if I went through my whole life without ever using my stinger, I'm sure I'd end up regretting it. This afternoon, Dad wanted to know why me and Roderick weren't still outside staining the back deck. Roderick told him about the wasps, but left out the part about spraying their nest with the hose. Then Dad said he had another job for us in the front yard. He said the gutters were clogged and needed cleaning, so we had to go get the ladder out of the garage. Cleaning the gutters is my least favorite chore because it's always me who has to climb up the ladder. Dad won't do it anymore because the last time he did, he had a run-in with a squirrel. So there's a picture here. Dad's with the ladder. He sees the squirrel, made a noise, and he went, ah, and he scared the squirrel as well. So now Roderick won't go up on the ladder either. He says the person who's the lightest has to do it because they won't get hurt as bad if they fall. Do you think that's true? That if two people were up on ladders, do you think if the small one person, the lighter person, wouldn't hurt themselves very as much as the other one if he fell because he's lighter? I don't know. I don't know. Something to ponder. Roderick even drew a diagram to show me the science behind it. And if that was supposed to make me feel better, it didn't. We got the ladder out of the garage and carried it to the front yard. Then we leaned it against the roof, and Roderick held the base in place so I could climb up. When I got to the top, I started scooping the muddy slop from the gutters into the trash bag I was holding in my hand. That meant I couldn't really hold on to the ladder, and it was hard to keep my balance. After I cleared out that section, I climbed back down and moved the ladder to another spot. But on my fourth trip up, I noticed the ladder felt a little more wobbly than before. I yelled down to Roderick to hold the ladder steady, but I didn't get any response. And when I looked to see if he was on his phone or something, he wasn't even there. Can't be helpful if he's not there, can he? And that's when I looked through the bathroom window and saw Roderick inside the house. I knocked on the glass to get his attention, but I must have leaned over too far because the ladder started tilting to one side. It was too late for me to try and climb all the way back down, so the only place to go was up. I climbed to the top of the ladder and grabbed the edge of the roof with both hands, then pulled myself up onto it. I did it just in time, too, because the second I stepped off the ladder, it went crashing to the ground. So now I was stuck on the roof with no way to get back down. I yelled out, hoping Mom or Dad would hear me, but I was pretty sure Dad was in the laundry room, finding the washing machine, and I hadn't seen Mom fixing the washing machine, and I hadn't seen Mom all morning. Then I spotted Mr. LaRocca driving his lawnmower out of his shed, and I thought I was saved. I tried shouting to him, but he couldn't hear me over the sound of the mower. I figured I could get Mr. LaRocca's attention by throwing some of the goop from the gutters in front of his mower to get him to stop and look up. So I scooped up some sludge and aimed for a spot in Mr. LaRocca's path, but I guess I miscalculated a little because I nailed the mower with a direct hit. And believe me, I couldn't make that shot again if I had 100 more tries. Mr. LaRocca stopped his mower and tried to figure out where the ambush came from. I decided maybe it wasn't so bad to be stuck on the roof, after all, and I scrambled to the other side where he wouldn't be able to see me. I hid behind the chimney, which was the only shady spot on the roof, and even there it was pretty hot. I knew I could be in for a long wait, and after a while, I started worrying about getting dehydrated. We know what that means, dehydrated. Keep drinking our water, keep ourselves hydrated, right? So I took off most of my clothes because I didn't want to sweat too much. I thought that if I got really desperate, I might be able to wring some moisture out of my socks, but I was really hoping it wouldn't come to that. I knew that if I didn't do something to save myself, they'd eventually find me in one of those satellite photos. It was too far to jump down, so that was out of the question. And even if I landed on the back deck without killing myself, those wasps would probably find me. Then I remembered there was a window on the side of the house above the garage, so I lowered myself down from the roof and onto the ledge, which was barely within reach. Luckily, the window wasn't locked. Nope, I can't even glasses. I opened it just wide enough for me to fit inside, and I squeezed through. Dum dum dum. What's going to happen? The window led to Mom and Dad's bathroom, and the ledge was right above their toilet. I put one foot down on top of the toilet tank, and then I tried to put my other foot down on top of the lid. But I didn't notice the seat was up until it was too late. Oh, he stepped in it. Splosh. So now my ankle was stuck and I couldn't pull my foot out no matter how hard I tried. I guess I was making a lot of noise trying to get myself free, because that was when I found out where Mom had been all this time. And it really wasn't fun explaining the situation to Dad when he came into the bathroom. So it wasn't a great day for me. But the good news is, Mom said that from now on, we're getting our gutters cleaned by professionals. So he doesn't have to do it anymore. Woohoo! Tuesday. It turns out I'm not the only one who got replaced by someone who actually knows what they're doing. It happened to Dad, too. Dad took the washing machine apart but couldn't put it back together, so Mom made him hire a plumber to fix it. It's been really inconvenient living without a washing machine. We've had to run our clothes by hand in this kitchen sink, which is a big pain. But Roderick came up with a shortcut last night and put his dirty dishes in the dishwasher. Well, this dishwasher did a good job washing the clothes, but not drying them. And when Roderick left the house to go to school that morning, he left with wet clothes. So he used his van to air dry his cloths on the way to school. Funny, huh? Unfortunately for Roderick, that got the attention of the police, who pulled him over. That's why Mom and Dad made Dad call someone to fix the washing machine. Because I didn't know, what did I just say? I didn't know the plumber was in the house until I walked past the laundry room. Gah! The Guy must have known what he was doing because he got the washing machine up and running. But things ended kind of awkwardly when Manny tried to pay the plumber using Mom's credit card. Wednesday. When I came home from school this afternoon, there were a bunch of workers and heavy machinery in our yard. I was super excited because that meant this addition was finally happening for real. A guy was using a backhoe to dig the holes for the new foundation, and it was crazy to see how powerful that thing was. Me and Riley tried to dig a hole to, see how far. Me and Riley tried to dig a hole to China once, and we quit after a few hours. But if we could have gotten our hands on one of these things, we might have actually pulled it off. I'm wondering if the crew would let me take the backhoe out for a spin because I could use it to pull the most epic prank ever. It was pretty hot today, and I think Mom felt bad for the guys who were working hard. So she made some cold drinks and brought them outside. Okay, we're going to end there. Page 107. Toodles for now, and we'll read more soon. As always, happy reading.